Hey everyone. So this is actually day 3, and this is only my second video. I'd like to say yesterday I was just busy, and it was Canada Day. It was our 150th celebration here in Canada of Confederation, and it was a fairly busy day. But no, that's not really an excuse. I had time. I just didn't do it. I think the last couple of days I've been feeling a bit off. Like, not completely. I kind of find, probably like everybody, I cycle in and out of, I don't know, just good moods and bad moods, I suppose. I found it really hard to get grounded the last couple of days. And I just kind of feel detached from myself, which is probably a big reason that I should be meditating more. So the last couple of days, like, I haven't been doing all the things on my 100-day list. I did stretch and meditate yesterday morning. I did eat, there was no carbs. Like, I am still eating no carbs. What else? I have been drinking my green smoothies the last couple of days. So it's a bit of getting used to those, because there's a lot of like heavy green stuff in there that I'm not used to. Because I've got broccoli sprouts in there, spinach, kale, some berries like blueberries, raspberries, like kind of mixed berries, frozen mixed berries, a part of a banana or an apple, or like kind of half of one of the other. Just because I want to try to only half, because I'm trying to like keep the sugar content down so I can maintain like a ketogenic diet. What else am I putting in there? Like olive oil, coconut oil, coconut milk as a base. I'm using a little bit of my kvass to add extra water content to it, and that's also good because it's full of probiotics. Or I'm hoping it's good. I guess we'll see. Yeah, so like that, like some pieces have been good, and then like it hasn't been all bad. I've just been kind of like coasting a little bit, or maybe I'm just like, I went to a friend's place yesterday to enjoy the celebrations, and there was a big party kind of group of people, and we all brought our kids, and it was fun. So we did like outdoor like slip and slide, and there's a fire, and there's like axe and knife throwing, which was a lot of fun. I actually, and speaking of axe and knife throwing, I always really enjoyed that. I'm in a league, or I have been in a few leagues. Yeah, so like that was really fun, and I really enjoyed myself, and I think I was like, maybe got myself caught up into being in the future and not being in the present moment. So when I got up in the morning, I felt disconnected, and I was looking forward to the evening, which is totally okay. But now that I'm, in hindsight, I think I was just kind of had my brain in the future, or had my body in the future. I wasn't connecting to where I was in the moment. Because yesterday morning it was a very slow morning. I took a lot of downtime, which is also okay. But when I do downtime, I'll get into my addiction, which is like a social media like addiction, and I'll endlessly scroll Facebook, or I get caught up in videos. You click someone's video that they shared, and then it shows all the other videos below it, and it's really that's a huge time waster for me. Like there's some like phenomenal videos, and there's things that I learn or that are just really interesting, but a lot of it, but too much. It's just too much. It's often too much, and I did that this morning actually as well. So I'm not doing some of the things that I wanted to do, and I don't know how I feel about that right now. Partly I feel okay because it's good to have downtime, but I'm trying to make it more mindful downtime. So if I'm gonna like say, hey, I'm gonna take this morning or this afternoon or this day or this week or whatever just to chill and and not intentionally trying to accomplish anything, then I want that to be a mindful decision on my part, and not just something that I fall into, like with kind of fall into that addiction, I guess. Yeah, so this morning, like, my meditation was, to be honest, non-existent. It was really kind of crap. I sat there and I started kind of stretching, and then I was just like, blah. Yeah, so I don't know. Today I just kind of feel blah and heavy. And maybe a part of it, like, as I think back, Friday was an amazing day. So was Thursday, actually. And I've been, like, training myself to get up earlier and earlier. But Thursday night I had a hard time falling asleep. Oh, excuse me. And partly because just my excitement from kind of how the day finished. But also, because I felt very energized by that. But then also, I was just, like, kind of getting used to the new schedule. So that day I wasn't up at 4. I wasn't up at 4 on Thursday morning. I think I was up at maybe 6 or something like that. Yeah, something like that. I can't remember exactly. Or maybe I was up at 4 that day. I can't remember. Anyway, but I was up at 4 the next day. So I really only had about 3.5 hours of sleep Thursday night. And I felt quite energized most of the day. But then about 9 o'clock hit me, and 9 o'clock happened, rolled around, and I was like, I felt the tiredness starting to really set in. And I'd kind of promised a friend to go and see her, and she only lives like about 5 or 6 blocks from my place. So I kind of felt like obligated to maintain that commitment, even though I felt like extremely tired. So against what my body told me, I just kind of kept pressing forward. In hindsight, and then I didn't end up going to bed until probably 12:30 that night. And then I was going to try to get up at 4 again the next morning. And then I knew I didn't have as much to do because it was a Saturday yesterday, so I decided to set my alarm for 5, kind of give myself a little bit of a break. Because one of my intentions for my 100-day goal is to get up at 4 o'clock every morning and to train myself. And but I guess I'm realizing, like, that also means I need to go to sleep at night at a proper time. So when my body's telling me to go to bed, I should just go to bed. And I didn't do that on Friday night. So I think that's a good lesson. Now that I think about it in retrospect, I think that kind of set off a chain of events that are still carried forward to this day. So with that, and then yesterday, I drank, it was a party, so I was drinking, but I tried to keep it reasonable. Normally I'll drink like beer, or I'll like drink, really kind of all, like, whatever, it doesn't really matter. I'm not a very fussy person, and I like variety and diversity and stuff. So, but yesterday, because I'm trying to maintain like a low carb, like a ketogenic style diet, I just drank vodka soda. And throughout the day, I think I did pretty well because I tested myself last night when I got home, like, on a keto strip, and I still had trace elements of ketones in my body. So however I ate and however I drank yesterday, I did well enough that I didn't completely pull myself out of ketosis, which for me is like, that's a win. That's great. But on the flip side, the alcohol, just how it affects your body and stuff, I feel like I'm carrying that today too. Like, there was a point in time that I was a little bit tipsy for a while, but then that tapered off throughout the night. But I was not really drunk by any means, and by the time I got home, like, I was absolutely sober for sure. But yeah, I'm still kind of carrying today that in my body. It feels like I was drinking yesterday, and it feels like I didn't get enough sleep the night before. So that's, I think, my lesson for right now is I just need to stick to my 100-day commitment to my list, because I know those are the things that I need to do to break some of these addictions and to get out of my old story, and to be in a healthy body, so it's easier for me to connect to that body. So just kind of stick to those, and really avoid alcohol. Make sure I'm going to sleep when my body tells me to go to sleep. So those are my lessons. So I do feel guilty, but now that I've had this video and kind of just got that all out and talked through it, I feel better, actually. That was starting to feel kind of blah, because I was feeling like I was failing on my commitments, and here we go again. So that this kind of feels better. It puts a couple things into perspective. It's nice to just get it off my chest. And so my day 2/3 video, or my day 3 video skipping day 2. Thanks for watching.